Now, why the music is not working on this one, I have no idea. I had a cool show intro plan for you guys that I was going to do, but apparently it's not working. All right, here we are. Now, apparently, this should be fixed. The audio should be fixed through the video. We're going to see. I'm going to go here and look just to make sure I'm doing it right. Again, that's why I did a dry run here and hadn't made a big advertisement thing out of it, because I wanted to be sure what I was doing. The audio should be fixed. The video. We're going to see. Yep, there it is. It's working. And yep, it was not working at all on the other one. Good grief. I wish that y'all could have heard it, because I had so much stuff I was talking about. There was a lot of great wisdom in there earlier. There was a lot of great wisdom in there earlier. And because I'm doing it on my Undefined Radio app, I don't want to repeat everything that I said. But what I will do is, I said we're going to have a song of the day to start this thing off right with. And we are going to do that. We are going to do that. So, now that the audio is fixed, I want to play this song for you because I think it's great. I love it. Hope you guys love it. Did I just put my audio down again? I did, didn't I? It's terrible. This is terrible. And here we are. And a little Mark Massey, little Plastic Flowers. Still not coming through right. I understand it. How about on my app? Boy. What's up, Zen? What is up, Zen? How are you doing this morning? All right, so still lots of bugs. Still lots of bugs here. Not sure why the music now is not wanting to play. I can hear it's coming into the soundboard, but it's not going into the computer and coming out to the app, and I don't know why that is. So as we get this new show rolling, I have got to figure this out. But that's what this week is for. That's what I got up this morning and decided to do this dry run. See how it happens. See how the comments work. I'm getting them in from both YouTube and Facebook, so I appreciate that. But, yeah, that's a letdown. I'm not gonna lie, that's a little bit of a letdown. Knowing I have both of those and they are just not working at all. So that's tough. That's tough. So I've got to go get rid of all of that, and I'll start over again. And I'll play some new stuff tomorrow, but because I need to figure this out because I've got, of course, my After Dark stuff, and I've got to do my. There's a new way that I'm going to do my reactions, and I've been working on this. Again, new software, trying to figure it out. New software stuff, trying to get all this figured out, and I will get it figured out. By the way, I will get it figured out. But it kind of disappoints me because I had a whole thing going on this morning, and it worked for about a little bit. But I just hate that Facebook didn't get there. Yeah, it's a new setup. And it's something I've been wanting to do and work it out, but I just hadn't pulled the trigger. So I was like, I want to get back, make sure that I'm here like every morning faithfully, getting stuff done and holding myself accountable to doing it, and wanted to do this whole deal and really talk about all the things that are going on, not just in our community, but in the nation, things that interest people, and then do my reactions as well when I'm doing that and get all of that set up. That'll be the next thing I'm about to practice on and see if I can do a reaction from here, pulling video in, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll definitely see how that goes. So if you got something you want me to react to, Zim, just let me know real quick. As test something on here. I'll test it out. But because I haven't done a reaction in a minute, because I've been getting these books published and all this other stuff that I'm doing. And yeah, so it's just trying to. You see Hell County back over there? There it is, right there. And that was the thing when I was doing this shit. When I decided to do the show, I'm like, all right, what name do I do this by? Do I do it by BD, or do I do it by my government name? You know how to do this. I'm like, because they're both me. They're both who I am. I figured, what, my on-screen, I'll just leave it BD, and I might even take that off and not even worry about it. Just say that at the beginning and go. I might even just not even worry about that now that I look at it. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys with your input over here and hanging around in here. That is interesting, though, about the music. I don't understand why that input's not coming in, because it does go into my headphones. I can hear it just fine, which means that I'll be playing out through the system because you're obviously hearing my voice, and my voice is tied into the my voice is tied into the Zoom mic, so that should be working. That's how y'all are hearing it right now. So I'm interested. Oh, I'm interested in it. Like I said, I'm just not sure how that works overall. Probably because I'm an idiot. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like right here. I think I just didn't have the input right on that one. I don't know. Like I said, I can hear it through my stuff. Alley K Band, Highway Star, M15 Club. Okay. Then that's what I'm going to do. That one right there. All right. I'm going to put that into. If I don't type it in now, I will absolutely not get this right. So I'm going to go ahead and type it in, because as soon as I finish this up in a minute, what I'll do is I'll get on there and I'll try the reaction and see if I can at least get that to work on here, because I'm not too sure at this point what's happening. I've become pretty intelligent, I thought, on making this work. And I'm going to tell you, right now, it don't seem like that. I'm very intelligent at all. I'm struggling. I am struggling. Mercy. Well, you're seeing it live and in person. The struggle. It's happening. I would say maybe I quit drinking, a few days too early, but now I'm glad I did that. I am glad I quit drinking. I'm glad I threw it all away. There was nothing more freeing than getting rid of that alcohol, I have to say. Yesterday, I felt so good, just mentally. I felt so good, like all day long. I mean, even last night when I got into bed, I felt so good yesterday from start to finish, knowing that I finally made a decision and said, this is how, for me and my life, how I'm about to live it going forward. That was important to me. That right there was as important as any decision I've ever made, and anything that I've wanted to do was like, dude, just be you. Just do your thing. Get back to the guy that people knew beforehand, the guy that was just always the. And I'm not saying I was inspirational, but I was never a Debbie Downer. Right? I was never just a moody, mopey, oh, you love kind of guy. I was never that guy, but I've become that guy over the last few months. It's one of the reasons I've stopped doing some of my reactions and some of the other stuff that I was doing. I mean, I hit such a low point. I just didn't care for anything. I was just ready for it to all be over. And I'm not saying it's suicidal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I was just done with everything. Done with everything. Like I didn't want any part of anything. I was just, that was it. That's it. And I don't care where you're from or what walk of life you're from. You got to have an outlet that makes you mentally go, okay, I'm ready to face this day and go. And I'm one of these people who prefer, like, to have a, I don't want people around me who are just like me. I want people around me who are different, who have different points of view. And I mean, we share, of course, some of the same values and stuff, but it doesn't have to be because I love learning about those differences. I think acceptance of people and who you are as a human being is what makes us good human beings, right? I don't, I don't buy into this notion that you have to all think, act, and be the same because that's not what it is. Life is this. It's eight. There's 8 billion people on this planet, and we all are different. But if you listen to people in the mainstream, you think there's just two different types of people, and that's just not true. So I'm always learning new things about people. That's why I accept people no matter how different they are from me. I don't care. You're good to me. I'm good to you. And we can have differences and learn things. That's one of the things I love about reactions. People send me reactions to listen to about artists I've never heard of before. And you do that and you listen to it and go, oh wow, this is cool. It's one of the things that reasons I started getting into rugby a little bit because somebody wanted me to do a rugby reaction. I did that. I was like, oh well, this is awesome. I dropped sugar, lost 50 pounds since January. There you go. That's my Achilles heel. Sugar. And I'm trying to get out of it and get away from it. I say that. And I have. I'm getting up candy. I'm trying to cut down on my soft drinks. But I did smoke a pumpkin pie the other night. That's right. You heard right. Instead of baking a pumpkin pie in the oven, I smoked it on my smoker because I wanted to try it. My brother-in-law is a big griller smoker. He does all this stuff. He's always learning as a genius. He makes some incredible food. And so I've been trying to learn a lot of these things as well. And it is wild to learn how to do things and get some of this done. So that's what I did. I put this pumpkin pie in my smoker, and it is a beautiful pie. A beautiful pie. But you can tell on the upper layer of it, you can taste the smokiness in it. But on the bottom layer was that good pumpkin pie flavor. And I say good. I hate pumpkin pie. I used to just detest it. But I started making one as my brother's recipe, oddly enough. And I took the ginger out of it and put in allspice, and it made all the difference. Now me and my youngest daughter, well, we love it. We love that pumpkin pie. Don't think she cared too much for the smoke one, though. Gotta be honest. I didn't ask her point blank yesterday. I will today. But I don't think she cared too much for the smoke. And I get that. I mean, you got to have a particular palate for the smoke stuff. You definitely have to have a particular palate for that if that's what you're going to try to do. Because it can be a little much. It can be a lot much. But I am about to try a peach cobbler on the grill. I am going to try that. I want to try that. By the way, right now peaches at Walmart, I know here in Senatobia, 50 cents a peach. Now, here's what's terrible about that at the same time. I remember when you get a bunch of them for 50 cents. So, but they've been so high here lately, 50 cents is a steal. And it's sad that we've been conditioned that way. And I love peaches. 50 cents is a steal. So I told my girlfriend last night, I'm like, I'm going back to Walmart. I'm probably going to buy $20 in peaches, if not more. So I got a question. Can you or can you not freeze peaches? Like, can you vacuum seal peaches and they'd be good? I've never tried it, but if I'm going to go get these peaches, I'm seriously thinking about doing that. Slicing them up, taking the pit out of it and having my peaches. So when I want to, especially during the holidays, if I want to do a cobbler, I can say, because you do 4 peaches, you dice them up, 4 peaches, 8 slices of peach. That's how you make a cobbler. That's how I make it. So I know if I do that for each one and then seal all those up, I can at least just pull it out and go, all right, here's my cobbler stuff. Let's go. I don't know if that works or not because I'm not a big vacuum seal guy. I do have a vacuum sealer. And for all the meats that I do, I'll do that. But when it comes to fruits and stuff, I've never done it. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'll definitely have to do some research on that. But I've never actually done that before. So this will be a first. This will absolutely be a first. And yeah, so we're going to try that. We're going to try that. But yeah, so there's a reason I haven't been on here doing a lot of stuff. I had to get myself in order. And now that I got myself in order, I got to learn how to get this in order. Trying to really get this live stuff down because I'm still not sure this should tie in perfectly. And I'm doing something small wrong. That I know. I know there is a little disconnect somewhere that's not getting the sound out like it should. Like I can see my programs modulating, so I see how they're working. Right, I do. I see how they're working. I can put on my Undefined Radio app right now. I can turn it on, and you'll hear it here in just a second. And it should be picking up my voice just fine. If not, turn it on. See? You'll hear it here in just a second. And it should be picking up my voice just fine. If not, turn it on. See? You'll hear it here in just a second. So it is, but it's a weird sound because that's not the kind of sound that should be coming through here. So I'm thinking it's picking up a different audio device, and I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Maybe from my camera, but I can't do anything about it until I jump off of here, which I'm about to do. I want to hop on here and try this test stream this morning, see how it goes. Then thank you for that. And that's the reaction I'll do. I've got it keyed up, so as soon as I figure this audio stuff out here a little bit, I'll get that reaction. Just kind of look for it later. Dude, I miss you guys, and I appreciate it. I really do. Appreciate you for sticking in and dropping in. You've always been cool, and I do appreciate, buddy. Let me figure this part of it out, and I'll see. I mean, I guess that's the difference too. Like I haven't looked at them because I know this microphone is supposed to be working through the Restream app. I know it works through this app, so that sound you're getting is probably good as far as that one goes. Let me look and see where it's at on here on my program, so I can pull it up this way because you're watching on YouTube, and like, yeah. So that sound through here is excellent. Like, so that one's fine, but it's through I guess it's through my radio program. I got to figure out where that's at. So I can do this way. So I'll probably go ahead and knock out your reaction right there you want to do. And I'm anxious to hear Alec K and what this is about. That should be good. But, buddy, I appreciate it. Thank you guys. And for those of you who couldn't hear, you're probably not hearing this because you're probably jetted. I still appreciate you anyway. I do. Guys, I'll holler at you later. I got to get this taken care of. Talk to you soon.